Hey guys, good evening. CryptoPaul here. I want to do a quick update on a brand new Icoheadstart. But before we begin, like always, I want to thank all the current subscribers for your support and comments. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe so that way you don't miss out on any new ICO, existing ICO in progress, lending platform, cryptocurrency news, and giveaways. As you can see, I've logged into icoheadstart.com. This is actually will be my first non-lending program review. Okay, as you know, we basically have reviewed somewhere around 50 to 60 plus ICOs lending platform. Okay, so this will be the first non-lending platform, and I want to tell you why I'm very excited to already participate and join this company. Okay, so right now they're actually in their pre-ICO. Okay, so we're in the stage 2. Okay, now the thing is with this one, there's actually no price for how much each coin is going to cost. Okay, what you're getting in, because it's a pre-ICO, so once they finish with their ICO, the pre-ICO, I'm sorry, then they'll set a price for the regular ICO crowd sale itself. Okay, so why are they doing it this way? Well, you get two things. One, you can, whatever amount stage that you purchase, they will basically give you an extra bonus. Okay, so right now we are in the 80% stage, so whatever amount you purchase there, once they determine the price, they will give you 80% as additional earnings on top of your purchase. Okay, so far, as of the making of this video, they've already raised about 2.1, almost $2.2 million, about 963 backer, 15.6 BTC, 2791 Ethereum. Social media is up and running, and the pre-ICO will end on the 20th. And like I said, 5 stage. The next stage will be on the 14th. Okay, at 70%. So we got about 13 hours left for the 80% extra bonus. So why am I showing you this versus the lending ICO? Well, I will tell you. So why Icoheadstart? Okay. Well, first of all, instead of me or other YouTuber keep presenting you different ICO that's coming out every day, okay, it's getting riskier and riskier because there's so many of them out there. And the issue with the lending ICO is that if the rate is not there once they reach the external exchanges, or will they be able to compete? Okay, today, for example, I checked Regal. It's under 20 bucks right now. Okay, so Regal was the number 2 that came out when I was high as like 92 or something. Okay, but now it's under 20 bucks. Okay, so they basically, now that we have more comparison, more competition, we're going to see, whoa, okay, because you're number 2 behind BitConnect, that's why the price is so high. But now, how are you different than everybody else? So each new ICO lending that comes out has to have something different. Okay, so that's why I want to explore other opportunity that's with the ICO space. Okay, but you know what? Before I continue, I did not make my disclaimer, guys. I'm not your financial advisor. I'm not your investment representative or CPA. Please do not invest any funds you cannot afford to lose. ICO lending, or just ICO in general, very risky. Okay, so please use us as a resources in addition to doing your research with other different platforms to analyze if a particular project you want to support or not. Okay, so let's get back to Icoheadstart. So what Icoheadstart will do, essentially, they will offer the community access to the safest ICO proposal. Now, we're not talking about just lending, we talk about all ICO. Okay, so if you are a developer who has an idea, who wants to, and wants to set up a ICO, you can actually come here and they will screen you, your ideas, and see if it makes sense to present it to the Icoheadstart community. Okay, and once they're able to screen you and you pass, all their the compliance review, all that good stuff, then at that point, we as the community member will decide if a particular project that they want that we will support as a group, and how much. Okay, now how cool is that? Basically, a one-stop location for developer and supporter like us to come in with the funds to decide if we want to back a particular project or not. Now, why would you want to do that? It always comes down to profit. Okay, let me give you more detail. So basically, their particular coin is going to be called the MOAT, MOAT. So the mother of all token. So MOAT plays the role as in, basically as a member, you have voting rights. Okay, similar to stocks, you got the proxy and all that stuff. So with the MOAT, you basically how many MOAT you have will give you a percentage of voting right to determine which projects you want to support. Okay, so we'll continue. We'll give you more detail. Not only that, they are already getting some media coverage. Okay, when I saw Forbes on there, did a article on them. I'm like, are you crazy? Of course, checked it out, and yes, it's on there. So you guys want to read through that, it is there. So that's awesome. Okay, so not just Forbes, but other stuff as well. Um, Now, I normally don't do this, but I want to uh, have us watch this short video. Then I'll continue some more. If you don't want to watch it, just fast forward. But this is basically a summary of what I will be finishing up with you guys. Okay, let's take a look. All right, so I think that's the first uh, I guess review that I basically play a video. Maybe I played some other one of them. I'm not sure. Okay, but how cool is that? Can you hear ka-ching? This is a long-term project for us, and this is not going to be, quick bucks and get out. This is, you have to have something long-term, and this is going to be all long-term hold. Okay, especially like I said, ICO coming up um, all the time, and they will be the one who will select, and we as a community will be the one who will decide which project that we should support. Okay, so but let's continue. So the pre-ICO, like I mentioned, it's okay. So it's for 12 days. It actually started on the 8th. Okay, so of December at 100%. Man, I should have come in earlier. But right now we're at the 80%. Like I mentioned, about 13 hours. And then after the 20th, it stopped. And then the regular ICO will start. It's going to be for 30 days, and the initial price will be determined by the pre-ICO numbers. Okay, to see how much they got from the pre-ICO, and then they will determine the price from there. And what they say that every 5 days, once they have the initial price, the actual price will increase by 20% increase on the next from day 6 to day 10, and then 20% increase the next 5 more days, 30%, 40%, and 6% increase. Okay, so you want to see, the main thing is we want to get in during the pre-ICO. Okay, to make the basically to maximize the potential growth long term with this project. Okay, and the fact you heard they're going to buy back 80% of the profit. They're going to basically decrease the number of MOA coin in existence. All that does is going to keep increasing the share prices for the coin itself. Okay, and of course this is about if you're the project or developer, you want to come to them to pitch the idea, you can do so, because now we have the funds to back it up to see if it wants to support anything. I'll go a little bit more detail with that later on in the week with more videos. Okay, and of course we talk about the community that we all basically will be involved. Okay, not just hoping a lending platform will stick around to hit at least the exchanges. Okay, here they will have the expert to monitor and review and analyze a project before it basically gets to the voting block for us to decide. Okay, you guys can go through that roadmap. Okay, so like I said, we're in the pre-ICO. There is a hard cap of 17 Ether implementation project. Okay, and then the 30 days for the regular ICO, and 120 Ether will be the cap. February launch Icoheadstart. MOAT listed on multiple exchanges. So basically, once we're done with the ICO, they're gonna go get that listed, and let's get the project up and running. Okay, as you know, I said in many videos, if you go look at Coin Market Cap, do you know how many junk coin is out there? Okay, this will basically help support a lot of the ICO that's coming up, but we can analyze it. Okay, and like they mentioned earlier, the main idea with this is that to increase the share value. That's all it comes down to increase the price value of the coin itself by means of having revenue coming from all these new ICO, and by buying back their own MOAT coin to decrease the supply. Okay, so we get basically many avenues to increase the price of the coin. Okay, then the second half of the 2018, more stuff that you can read through. Online university, that's pretty cool. And mobile app development for things to come, that's awesome. Team. Now, how many ICO that we review actually show the group? A few, not too many. Okay, so here are the people that's involved in the development of the Icoheadstart. Okay, Dirk Scheringa, CEO. Okay, so basically you can look up his LinkedIn profile, and he's on the information on here too, on the forum. Okay, and all the other supporting people. So the main people I want to highlight today is him, Ron Van Ders, because he is going to be in charge of the trading. Okay, now trading means once a project is back, okay, the ICO they funded, and that particular ICO get listed, then they're going to start selling off those holdings. Okay, so hopefully they're able to get in at a very good price, or lock in the number of, I guess, tokens that each new ICO will give them. Okay, so, and of course it's important that they don't basically just dump everything all in one day, because they're going to use hopefully a strategy to start selling out those coins of all those ICOs, so that we can make some project. Another person here, Alex Martinovic. So if you look up him, he's the person that registers the website as far as for Icoheadstart. Okay, now I think the website registered for 1 year. Okay, so I'm always cautious if it's 1 year, but here they actually have the faces and name of all the developer. Okay, and of course more advisor, question and answer. Frequent asked question, you can look through that. Like I said, let's see what else makes sense. MOAB, we already talked about. It is a ERC20 token, and this is the target of circulation. Okay, so circulation amount of 23.55. Okay, we're looking at about 2.3 billion MOAB coins. Okay, the target pre-ICO cap, I'm sorry, it's 33.5. Ethereum hard cap is 180. Okay, I guess that's for the ICO itself. Okay, so total supply would be 10 billion. All right, so 2.3 billion would be, I guess, for the pre-ICO and ICO. But the total maximum is 10 billion. Now you can say, wow, 10 billion, that's a lot of coin. You're right, it is a lot, but if you look at what they're trying to do, okay, this is not a lending platform, so we can't evaluate a total supply because we've been using lending platform as a standard, which is, this is totally different. Okay, and the fact that they can be buying, using 80% of their profit to buy back to reduce this, okay, that's gonna be amazing. Okay, let's see what else. Partners, you can look through that. Let's go to the white paper. Very extensive. Okay, unlike most lending ISO white paper, this one is a lot of technical stuff on there. When I read through this, I already read it like 3 times, and when I thought, like, wow, they actually know what they're doing. So, all right, but there's a couple of pages I really want to highlight first in this video because this is a lot, and I don't want to make the video too long. So let's go to page 5. Okay, that's basically talking about the vision. Okay, that typical crowdfunding, they charge so much in fees. Okay, and the ICO space, when it comes to backing a project, a little bit less, but with them, they're going to charge basically no fee at all for developers to come to them. Okay, they will analyze and review to see if it makes sense, and then decide, okay, how much you want to back. Okay, and take, when I say back, it means, how much the money can provide for them and how much they're going to receive in that particular project token. And eventually, once they launch, have some success, they can start selling out. Okay, so that's the one part I really like. Next one, well, let's talk about the crowdfunding market itself. And crowdfunding project, yes, it's very challenging because a lot of these crowdfunding projects charge a lot of fees. Okay, and this talks about the amount of money that will be raised, especially with the ICO compared to traditional crowdfunding. All right, so challenges. Let's see what else. Okay, so we already talked about the no fee for the developer to come in and try to get money, startup seed for their particular project with the Icoheadstart. Okay, go through the advanced. Okay, here's the other part I want to go over, which is really all about the cost. Okay, if you're a developer who wants to start a particular ICO or project, if you go to the other routes, there's a lot of cost in here to raise money. Okay, in general, just to raise funds. With them, there's no cost, so that just really they won't have a lot of restraint. Okay, so that means they have more resources for that particular project to really move forward, steam ahead. So And like I mentioned, they do have the compliance department that review all projects, okay, before they give basically the seal approval. And once they do give their seal approval, okay, then it's the community will basically decide, what project to back, and that's why I like this, okay. Uh, Escrow contract, and okay, that talks really means they're not gonna give all the money up front. They're gonna give money as they basically look at the roadmap. Okay, if your roadmap say you're going to be doing this, you're going to get this done by this time. Okay, they say, okay, good. Once you reach that milestone, they'll release more capital. So they're going to have basically a check and balance. Okay, if you're behind on certain things and you're not meeting the roadmap expectation, you're not going to be getting, maybe they'll come in and help. Okay, but by having that escrow contract and the smart contract thing, they'll make those companies try to follow their roadmap, to the T. Okay. All right. And like I mentioned to you in the here, who are the main people I want you to focus on. Okay. And this is why. Okay. So, like I mentioned, the MOAT buyback. Okay. So 8% of profit made. Okay, will basically buy back from the contracts. Okay, they're going to basically try to reduce the number of MOAT tokens outstanding. Okay, and that all that does is increase the potential price of that coin. And like I mentioned, Mr. Ron Van D Does will be in charge of the basically the trading. Okay, if those projects succeed, they have X amount of token. They have to sell those tokens. So he's in charge of how those tokens will be sold in the open market. And that talks about his experience and the team itself. Okay. And last, we talk about the buyback, trading desk. What we're going to that place. I'm going to headquarters. Okay. And I'll go more detail with this on another video, but you guys can look through this. Okay, let's go to the dashboard itself. Okay, so right now, like I said, they're in the pre-ICO, and to support them, they do take Ethereum and Bitcoin. Okay, now, like I mentioned earlier, you don't know how much it's going to cost. Okay, we already sent some funds over here. We don't know how much we're going to receive yet. Okay, all we know is that whatever amount that they decide, we're going to get additional 80% additional coin on top of what we purchase. Okay, so like I mentioned, this is the total. Is that the same as this one? Let me refresh this page. Yeah, so 964 backer, 2.2 already. Okay, so when you purchase, it's very easy. You do have to have your Ethereum wallet. Okay, they'll actually give you a list of what you can use. Okay, and you can decide how you want to support. You have to check all this if it makes sense. Okay, and after you do that, let's see. And basically give you more detail. Okay, you do have to put in your Ethereum wallet, and then, like I said, they'll display the payment method that you want to use. Okay, so let me go back. But that's it for this video. I don't want to make this too long because I really like this project. We have the name of all the owner and developer, and you can look them up on the LinkedIn if you like. But the main thing I want to share with you today, guys, we do a lot of lending ICO, and we're always crossing our finger, hoping that they'll be around to at least get through the first stage, which is to get listed. Okay, but unfortunately, not everyone or not every coin will get to that point. They will exit before even reach that number. Okay, here is basically outside of the lending avenue. Does it make sense? It could. This basically, you want to diversify. I've always tell you guys, why do we have 50 or 60 ICO? Because we don't know what will work. Okay, that's it. That's all it comes down to. Diversification. You have to diversify. put a little bit in each, and we'll see what happens. So guys, if you like to support this project with Icoheadstart, the link is in the description. If you want more detail, just check out their white paper, read some of the articles that has been published by many media out there, that you can see if it makes sense for you or not. Anyway guys, thank you so much again for watching. CryptoPaul here, and like always, if you find the information helpful, please help the channel by commenting, hitting that like button, and of course if you're new, please subscribe. CryptoPaul here. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.